Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Homebrew video. So there's the barrel. It's got the Black Forest Stout in it from Mangrove Jacks. There we go. It's secondary fermented, only a few days, about 3 or 4 days, mind. So like all beers, you know, they want a bit longer. So I'm going to do a tasting now, secondary fermented taste. And then it's going to sit in bottles, I've got sterilising fluid in now, which will sit for about 20 odd minutes or so. And got the glass, and let's give it a go. So it worked out to about 8%. Yeah, that made a noise. There you go. Not much of a head on it, so I don't think it's a long secondary fermented, and it looks more like mud. It's got a very mud look to it. I'm good at making mud. I mean, that supposedly is about 8%. You know, it's a thin 8%. Yeah, there's a nice cherry taste to it. I think in some ways it needs a bit longer to secondary ferment. Or I didn't put enough sugar in to help it along the way. Although it's got a head on it here, so this might be the fact that I've had the first glass straight out the barrel, as it were. So this is their pilot batch limited edition. I had a right job getting it. Rich full-bodied stout with distinctive black cherry zing layered with dark chocolate, roasted malt and subtle hot bitterness. Pours black with a tan head. So yeah, it looks like it needs a bit longer for said secondary fermentation. That's not a bad thing actually, because like I say, it's going into bottles for storage reasons. So it's probably not fully secondary fermented. So I'm actually there now. Yeah, going to chuck it in the bottles. Give it. It doesn't matter how long I give it. I can give it a week or two or several weeks. Not intending to take any on holiday with me, unless it's nice and solid. 8%'s hard to know, you know. I've done the maths. 1090 went down to 1010. Oh, it's definitely got that cherry zing to it. And I was ill this morning, so I didn't have too much. Not some bloody bug, but yeah, it's only got the aroma. Like I said, there's no head, so that tells me that it needs a bit longer, which is great because I kind of bobbed up. I usually put it into the barrel, add the sugar, and then straight into the bottles, and I missed the process out. Obviously, but I don't want it. I don't want to drink from a barrel again because it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh. Once it really truly settles down, it should be an interesting beer. Going to do some more home brewing later in the month. So a couple of weeks off with no home brewing, and then back on the wagon, as it were. Some interesting beers. Although beers, well, I'm looking at getting 5 kits. 5. and seeing how they play. Ooh. So yeah, it's got a bit of the black cherry to it. It's easy drinking. It don't taste like an 8%er. But that could be one of them that's, you know, crawls up on you and then it's like, oh, bloody hell. You know, so it could be really, really deadly in the long run. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I want to see where it goes from there. Only my second ever Mangrove Jacks kit that I've done. I remember doing some sort of blooming lager. Was it a coconut lager or something? Yeah, it was a bonkers one. But yeah, I mean, the colour should have been darker than that. So yeah, it is what it is on that. But it's tasting well, even though it's not really proper. It's not secondary fermented. There should have been a head on that. So and it should have settled down a bit more. But that's my job tonight. Get this into bottles. Job's a good one. So yeah, not quite the secondary fermented update that I wanted to bring. But I think it's only been about 4 days in total. So I would have expected it to actually have secondary fermented by then, but maybe it needs to be in bottles instead. But yeah, there's my update. Thank you for watching.